Well, as rapid growth continues across our region and we're all feeling those growing pains, we move forward with our 2026 City Outlook series coming from the River Valley. Fort Smith's Josh and Jeff joining us this morning to walk us through what's ahead for Fort Smith. And my goodness, there's so much to talk about. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for having us.
Of course, thanks for making the trip. Like I said, there's a lot to talk about, so I do want to go ahead and just jump right into things, right? What major infrastructure or development projects will residents really notice the most in 2026?
Well, of course, in Fort Smith, we're continuing to work on our consent decree projects. We have a lot of wastewater and infrastructure type of projects moving ahead.
Right.
But some of the things that we'll see most in the economic development world, we've got Bass Pro Shops Outpost is currently under construction.
Yep.
Those folks intend to be open by late spring, early summer, we hope. There's a few other things such as Sam's Furniture. They're currently under construction as well, and they'll be open within the next 30 to 60 days, I think. There's the Amazon Distribution Center currently under construction. That's really exciting for folks wanting to get their home deliveries really quick. And then we have other things such as the Mercy Cancer Center, which is under construction. That's a really great project. And so there's a lot of building activity in Fort Smith, and so we're really excited about all of those.
Yeah, it's a sign of the times. It's growing rapidly. And speaking of a sign of the times, it is the digital age. So what role will technology and innovation play in your city's 2026 plans?
Yeah, so last year we rolled something out called City View. It's a place for people to do their business licenses, get building permits all online. You can go to our website and find that there. And then secondly, we're getting ready to roll out something called Fort Smith See-Click Fix. What this is, it's a way for residents to report non-emergency issues in the city. Say they see a pothole or a sign that's down or a water leak, they can report it on there and track the progress of those issues on See-Click Fix, the app. So the best way for people to find out about all of these things like See-Click Fix or City View or the infrastructure projects that Jeff mentioned is by getting updates and alerts from the city. You can do that by going to fortsmithar.gov/updates. Thank you for putting that on the screen for us. Because a lot of people get their updates from there, and that's street closures, so you can avoid certain streets, trash service modifications. We have the upcoming Martin Luther King Jr. holiday, so people's trash service will be modified that week. So you can get a text, you can get an email, you can tailor your communications from the city and really stay up to date with what's going on in Fort Smith in a variety of ways.
This is a big question, so I don't know if you can simplify it, but what is kind of the single biggest, or maybe give us two, I don't know, opportunity that your city is going to see in 2026?
Sure. Well, of course, the biggest thing we have going is continuation of the Foreign Military Sales F-35 Pilot Training Center project at Ebbing Air National Guard Base. And that project is really ramping up. We'll see a lot of construction on the base this year. With the facilities that they need to build for the pilot training center and the flight simulators and all of those things that are happening on the base. And we have Poland has been training a number of pilots. They have half a dozen or so pilots that they've had in the air around Fort Smith over the last year, and we'll see Finland very soon, and hopefully Singapore later this year. And so there'll be a lot more jets in the skies in Fort Smith. But that is a generational project for Fort Smith, and everyone's really excited about it.
Yeah. What are you most excited about for 2026?
Well, that's a weird question for me, but I really am looking forward to figuring out our water issues. We've got some water infrastructure projects that we need to resolve, and so that'll be full force for 2026.
I'm curious, Josh, do you have a...
Yeah, I think the thing I'm most excited about is the May Branch Greenway project. That's a trail that will run all the way from our Kelly Park ball fields through certain areas of town all the way to the riverfront.
Oh, that's
so miles of trails for people, and connects past places like Martin Luther King Jr. Park, the Fort Smith Public Library. So it's a really cool project for people to get outdoors and experience that trail.
I'm just curious if you guys are going to sleep in 2026, because it sounds like there's so much happening in Fort Smith that you're not going to get any rest. But we appreciate you guys for waking up early, not getting any rest last night, my goodness, to be here on the morning show. Of course, you guys are a part of our series where we talk about the outlook for 2026. We welcome some representatives from Rogers next week, and then we'll have Fayetteville in at a later date. Thank you guys again for being here. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend.